My name is Wendy Stone, and I work in architecture at a major house-building company. I decided to master this job while I was a student. My father, who died in an accident shortly after I started middle school, had always dreamed of obtaining his architect's license and starting his ideal company. Unfortunately, he passed away before realizing that dream. I vowed to fulfill his dream in his stead. From that time, I have lived with a goal in mind. I am now married and live with my husband, Ryan. We do not have children. I love my work and knew that having children would change my ability to work as before. When we married, Ryan understood that I did not want children at the moment. Wendy. Good job today. Do you have time after the meeting? What's up? I have some things I'd like to discuss, and maybe we could go out for a drink? How about we have a small home party instead? I have some good wine at home. That sounds great. I'd love to go. Then, let's do some shopping after the meeting and head home early for once. Yay! As promised, I left work early that day, taking Katie, my most cherished junior colleague, back to my apartment. We quickly prepared some easy dishes and some delicatessen bought from the supermarket and began drinking. Although we had gone out to drink and eat many times before, this was the first time I had invited her to my home. Being at home, we drank without restraint. Since it's a day off tomorrow, why don't you stay over? But your husband will be home soon, right? I really shouldn't impose. He'll be back soon, but it's totally fine. While we were talking, my husband came home. I'm home. Oh. Do we have a guest? Welcome back. This is Katie, a junior colleague from work. We're having a little home party today. Nice to meet you. I've always been taken care of by Wendy. No problem, can I join too? Sure, I'll get you a glass. And so, the three of us ended up drinking together. Little did I know, this would lead to a turn in my life. Having just finished a big project and due to continuous overtime, I was quite tired and fell asleep early on the sofa, leaving the two of them alone. When I woke up in the middle of the night, I could vaguely see them having fun in the distance. I wondered if they were still drinking, but I went back to sleep. When I woke up the next day, Katie was gone. Good morning, you slept well. It's already noon. Wow. I slept that much. Where's Katie? She left this morning. I drove her to the station. She said not to wake you up because you were tired, such a considerate junior. I'm sorry, you must have been up late, right? No, we didn't drink that late. At this moment, I felt something odd about my husband's words, but didn't pursue it further. I clearly remembered waking up in the middle of the night. I thought they had been enjoying their time drinking late, but why he hid that fact? Whether he was considerate of me, I said nothing at the time. Then, 3 months passed, and I invited Katie to drink at home again. I'm not feeling well lately, I've stopped drinking. What's wrong? Are you ill? It's nothing serious, maybe I've been drinking too much lately. I see. Let me know if there's anything. My husband would be happy too, so come visit again. Ah. Yes. Weeks later, after finishing overtime, I came home to find Ryan and Katie there. Oh. What's up? Did you come to visit? Though, it seems like that's not the case. Wendy, could you sit down? What? Actually, that day when we drank together and you fell asleep, Katie and I ended up alone, and I was giving her some advice. We started talking regularly since then because we still had things to discuss. Okay. Since then, we've met several times without telling you. Ah, I see. Why didn't you tell me? Was there a reason you couldn't say anything? Wendy, I'm really sorry. Katie and I are dating. What? I'm really sorry, she's pregnant. It's my child. Wendy, could we get a divorce? Wait, what? Katie is the junior I've been caring for, right? I know that very well, that's why I'm truly sorry. Katie was just crying next to Ryan. Normally, this situation would be very unsettling, but I was thinking calmly at the time. Perhaps, being so dedicated to my work, I must have been a boring wife to him. Although there was a problem with the person he cheated with, I wasn't very shocked by the fact that he cheated. I'm okay with the divorce. I don't need any compensation. But if Katie is pregnant, it's best she quits her job. I can't keep looking after a junior who's pregnant with my husband's child. Wendy. Katie, there's no use crying. If anyone should be crying, it's me who was betrayed by both my husband and my junior. Yet if you cry so much, I can't even do that. I maintained my composure until the end. I can live on my own, and Ryan probably wanted children sooner or later. So this is for the best. That was my honest feeling at the time. Wendy, thank you truly. This is an amicable divorce, I appreciate it. Normally, this kind of story would become very complicated. Since I accepted it so easily, it's natural that Ryan and Katie would feel grateful to me. However, I couldn't forget the frustration I felt at that time. After our divorce was finalized, they got married and became a family. I have my own life goals. I wanted to think that this was the right decision for me. Sometime after the divorce, I got in touch with a senior from university, who had always been on the same career path as me. He was 2 years older than me, and we had met in various exams, and always clicked well in conversation. He had joined a different major company before me, and we occasionally kept in touch. But the contact naturally faded after he got married and employed. Wendy, long time no see. I heard through the grapevine that a powerhouse career woman got divorced. So I thought now would be a good time to boldly ask you out to dinner. Are you available? If it were you, Jeff, I would have come running even if I were still married. Obviously, I couldn't ask then. It would have been disrespectful to your husband. You're as thoughtful as ever, Jeff. I'm free today, actually. Great. Let's go out today then. This was the first time I was going out to eat with someone after the divorce. Since then, I hadn't thought much about anything other than work. With dinner with Jeff planned, I was actually a bit excited about something other than work. The afternoon flew by, and I finished work a bit early, got ready, and headed to our meeting place. Jeff arrived at the restaurant right on time. It's been a while. Wendy, really long time no see. I've been hearing about your achievements. How have you been? After the divorce, things were a bit hectic, but it's settled down now. I'm thinking about planning the next steps for my work. It must have been tough. Is everything okay with that now? I think they're probably living peacefully now that they've remarried. And I've moved on and am living comfortably on my own. That's tough. As for me, I'm still the same, always alone. How's work going? I've been keeping an eye on your successes too. I actually invited you today to talk about work. When I heard you got divorced, I honestly thought, now's the time. What do you mean? Wendy. How about we start that company you've always dreamed of, together? Me? With you, Jeff? I've always thought if I were to go independent, I'd do it with you. But when you got married, I was unsure about the future. and just hung around at my current company. I never thought you'd think so highly of me, Jeff. Wendy, I've always known you've been setting goals for your future for a long time. I don't want to get in your way, but if being by your side can help make a shortcut. And if I can be of help, I'd like to start a business together. Is that okay? Thank you. But please let me think about it a little. Of course, I'm thinking positively. Understood. Let's put this conversation aside for now and just enjoy today. Let's eat and drink a lot. Yes. I had never considered starting a business with someone else. Should I involve someone else in the simple childhood dream of fulfilling my father's dream? I have always respected Jeff. He's reliable. And more importantly, he has achievements and connections. If I were to start a company, he would be the best partner. Today was truly enjoyable, and we spent a long time reminiscing about the old days. From this day on, Jeff and I started going out to eat more frequently. At this time, I found myself enjoying the time spent with Jeff. Looking forward to meeting him again, and feeling a different emotion. Perhaps if I had felt this way about Ryan, we wouldn't have ended up divorcing. And then, I made a big decision. To put an end to what had been with Jeff and start anew. That was my resolution. Today, I was going to see Jeff. Jeff, sorry for the sudden visit today. It's always something with you, Wendy, but I'm used to it now. That's right. I have something important to discuss today. Oh. Yes. Jeff, even though I've failed once, will you date me with the intention of getting married? Ah. What? Sorry it's so sudden. No. I mean, I thought we were talking about work, so I was surprised. Let me answer you straight. We don't need any conditions. Let's get married. Really? I've liked you since college, Wendy, so there's no reason for me to refuse your proposal. Does that mean I took the long way around? You stopped contacting me after you got a job, and before I knew it, you got married. I thought I shouldn't disturb you once you became a working professional. That's very like you, Wendy. But now that we've reconnected, I'm satisfied. From that moment, we started dating. Reconnecting with him whom I've known for so long, I fell in love with him. And the concern of fulfilling my father's dream with someone else seemed less significant. If that someone was my partner in marriage. We prepared to start our marriage and our company. Clearly defining our work-life balance and enjoying the little time we had as lovers. We continued our jobs while preparing for independence. And simultaneously designed and built a new house with an office on the first floor. And our home on the second and third floors. My new life began with a divorce. Soon, we would leave our current companies and start a big challenge. Still, as long as we were together, I felt nothing but positive. And surprisingly, I told him I wanted children, something I had never felt before. We were simply happy. And once the construction of our new home was completed, our new life truly began. Our work went smoothly, and we became a topic in the industry due to our well-prepared start. Then one day, Ryan called. Ryan? What's up? Wendy, could we meet sometime soon? What's the matter? I have something I want to discuss. Just hold on a moment. I put Ryan on hold and told Jeff about the call at the desk where he was working. And checked if it was okay to go. We just started our new office, and I'm busy. Could you come to the office instead? I conveyed this to Ryan. He seemed surprised. Then, he said he would visit with Katie and the child. I gave him the address and hung up. With a wonderful person like Jeff and in such a stylish office that we designed. Ryan wouldn't think his cheating ex-wife is living an unhappy life. Anyone would see that we are happy, don't worry. And then, Ryan visited the office with Katie. From the look of it, Katie didn't have the same sparkle she had when she worked with me. Appearing plain and not showing any signs of happiness. Sorry for intruding. Wendy, it's been a while. Sorry to bother you while you're busy. It's fine, take a seat for now. This office is impressive. You really made your dream come true. Congratulations. Thank you, but there's still a long way to go. Here's some coffee. I designed this place and started the company with him. Nice to meet you. I'm working over there, so please take your time. Sorry for barging into your office like this. So, what's going on? Katie, you seem quite different. Is everything not going well? Actually, soon after Wendy and I divorced, I was laid off and lost my job. What? I looked for a job right away but couldn't find anything, and then our child was born. I wanted to care for them, so I've been working part-time jobs that allow me some freedom. But I can't keep this up forever. So why come to me? Well, I was hoping you could introduce me to some work. Even if it's not for me, maybe you could talk to Katie's former workplace to take her back. I was a bit troubled when Jeff intervened. Sorry to interrupt, but isn't it wrong to ask her for that? What? I don't mean to speak out of turn, but she's my wife. I'd appreciate it if you didn't underestimate her. Considering what you two have done, why would you even come here? Isn't it shameful? It's disgraceful. Let's go home. Katie, if you're confident in the work you did at the company, why not contact them yourself? I always thought of you as a competent subordinate. Have confidence. Wendy. Don't look so sad. It's not good for the child if their mom looks like that. You were right to divorce him. Found a good man and moved on quickly, huh? How can you say that? But it's true, right? Maybe you planned that day when Katie came? Waiting for something to happen between us. That's terrible. Just go home. That's right, please leave. She's not like that, and I was the one who contacted her after a long time. It's not like she reached out because we divorced. Wow. But even when you're together, all she thinks about is work, right? It must not be fun. We keep work as work. We make sure to go out on dates every week. And thoroughly enjoy our time together, don't we? It seems that wasn't the case when you were married. But ultimately, you say you don't want kids because you're career people, right? That's why you can't really be a family. That was your experience, was it? She told me she wants children once things settle down with the office. We brought the living quarters upstairs to make it easier for her to work. Katie. Let's go. Yes. Wendy, you were right to divorce me. Be happy. Ryan, take care. Treat Katie well. That day, I showed my ex-husband my success. I don't know what they're up to now, but I hope, since that day, they have managed to turn things around and are doing well. A year later, we welcomed our long-awaited baby. I worked hard during my pregnancy, but now I'll let my husband handle the work, while I focus on raising our child. I am undoubtedly happy. My father, too, must be smiling down from afar.